Challah Perek Gimel Mishnah Zayin, 7th Mishnah, 3rd chapter of Challah. Says the Mishnah, Haoseh isa min hachitim umin haorez. If you make your dough from wheat, which you know is chayav in Challah, and orez, which is rice, which we know is patur in Challah. So you made a mixture. So it's assuming, of course, if you have a 5/4 of a kav of chitim, then of course you're chayav in Challah, because you have the minimum amount of chitim required for Challah. But what if you do not? So the Mishnah says, meaning, i.e., you have a kav of chitim, and then you added another half kav of orez. So you're over the 5/4 minimum quantity, but you don't have enough chitim to reach the minimum of chitim, of wheat. Im yesh ba ta'am dagan, if there's a taste of dagan, if you can taste the wheat, meaning if there's enough wheat, so that's like a very, 50-50 rice wheat, meaning it's much less wheat than you would think. As long as you can taste, if it's a taste of dagan, of wheat, chayevet b'challah. Actually, it's interesting. Im yesh batam dagan, we have to think to ourselves, what does that mean? If it has the taste of wheat, meaning there's so little rice that you really only taste wheat, or as long as you can taste the wheat? I really don't know, because the Rambam quotes the Mishnah directly. They don't really go into it directly. Then, chayevet b'challah, it's chayev b'challah. V'yotzei adam ba'adam yidei chovato b'pesach. This is even more shocking. And it's considered, once you're chayav in challah, of course, we've seen before the transfer, the correspondence between these two different halachot. I'm sorry for doing that. Okay, these two different halachot between chiyuv pesach, because if it's chayav in challah, then it's considered bread, and if it's considered bread, then you can use it as matzah on Pesach. So the Mishnah says, if you have a mixture of wheat and rice or corn, remember they didn't have kitniot back then; they ate rice and corn on Pesach. Then, as long as it had the taste of dagan, whatever that meant, then you could use it for Pesach. V'im ein batam dagan, and if you don't have the taste of dagan, if you can't taste wheat, it's not only the taste of wheat, einan chayavet b'challah, you're not chayav in challah, v'ein adam yotzei yidei chovato b'pesach, and you can't fulfill your requirement on Pesach. What's really fascinating about this is a very interesting machloket. What does it mean? How much are we talking about wheat here? So if you look at the tour, let's see if I can move this over so you can see it a little better. I cannot, so I'll have to make it a little bit small. I'll have to make it much smaller. Okay, the Torah says the following. He just brings down the Mishnah. This is in the Torah in Siman Yoredei Siman Shin Kaf Dalet. The Torah says, here we are. Natan seor mi isat chitin, the tok isat orez. Okay, he says if you took seor from isat chitin. I'm sorry. I go before. Haoseh isato me orez umidagan. If you make your bread, your dough from orez and dagan, im yesh bata'am dagan, if it has the taste of wheat, as we've said, chayevet b'challah, you're chayev in challah, afagav deruba orez, even though the majority of it is rice. V'im la ptura. So the question is this talking about if I have enough dagan or not? So let's look at the Beit Yosef. The Beit Yosef says, okay, mashakata. Let's make it a little bigger. It's hard to see. Let's go small. You can't see the whole thing. It's cut out. Mashakatab. Avagav deruba orez. Okay. The Rashba writes, "Bepiskei challah shelo mashma shelo armu ela oseh isa me orez v'chitim." That's only orez and chitim. It's not orez. It's not chitim and any other thing. Meaning this is a specific case. If you share haorez nigrar achar hachitim, because orez, the taste of the wheat, the taste of the rice, really follows the wheat. Aval shar mini, but other species, ein nigrarim achar chitim. So it's not like corn. You can't use corn or peas or whatever. And he says, what if seor b'isat chitim? 1 second. If it is im yesh ba tam dagan, it's implied from the Mishnah. The afal pi she'en b'chitim hey revaim, even though you don't have 5/4 of a kav, kol sheyesh ha'isacha meshu tevim, as long as you have 5/4 of a kav in the dough itself, chayevet im yesh ba tam dagan. So it implies, even if you don't have the minimum of the 5/4 of wheat. So that's what we said before. The Rashba writes, Yerushalmi, it says, this is only one opinion, not like the opinion of Rab Shimon Gamliel. Rab Shimon Gamliel omer, le'olam ein chayevet challah ad she'eh b'dagan k'shi'ur. So this is so, therefore, the Yerushalmi says that this Mishnah is only one opinion. There's another opinion that says, you have to have 5/4, and then the dagan rice taste, the wheat rice taste becomes an issue. Now, what's fascinating is, yotzei adam yidei chovato b'pesach, according to the Mishnah, you can fulfill your halachic requirement on Pesach of wheat mixed with something else. I looked, maybe I'm wrong, I looked in the Shulchan Aruch, I don't see any mention of this Mishnah at all. Maybe because it was just considered unimaginable, even for Sfardim, considered unimaginable that you would put something else in your wheat matzah in order to be chayav yidei chovato. I looked it up. If you have something else, if you can find it somewhere else, please feel free to share with me at my email address rspolter@gmail.com. If you have any idea, if you've seen this, or maybe I just couldn't find it, I didn't see the right place. Have you seen the Shulchan Aruch talk about the idea of using a mixture of wheat and something else in your matzah on Pesach? I am not. And we'll dedicate the learning to memory of my father, of Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.